What's up everyone, Tim here, aka FCFan21, bringing you the second week of the MMC. And this week we take on ManaBurn, one of the founders of the MMC and coach of the Silvally Swedes. And last week we battled against one of my good friends, Dries, and if you haven't watched that battle yet, I highly suggest you do because we caused a bit of an upset. And yeah, it was a very fun battle to play. So if you haven't, I highly recommend you check it out. And otherwise, stick with me for this second week of MMC battling. Like I said, we take on ManaBurn, coach of the Silvally Swedes, and he has a scary team. A lot of physical offense with Mega Pinsir, Roaring Moon, Roaring Mid, Excadrill, Breloom, and also Diancie's speed is a mixed attacker, so can be physical. Also, a bit of special offense with Rotom Heat, Exploud, and Tentacruel that can be a mixed attacker. Some great defensive pieces in the Heat and the Diancie. A little bit of a Sandcore with Hippopotas and the Excadrill. And last week he was able to get a 6-0 sweep with that Mega Pinsir of his. So, yeah, that's a scary man. Just looking at his team, I think these are going to be the 6 Pokemon he'll be bringing. I don't think he'll bring the Mega Pinsir. Mega Pinsir is something that pretty much heavily relies on his aerialate quick attacks. And me running Psychic Terrain, or at least me having the option of running Psychic Terrain, might already be enough to just bench the Mega Pinsir. I think he's going to go for a bit of a bulky team, with Tentacruel, Rotom, Heat, and Diancie being more defensive pieces, with maybe a bulky Mold Breaker, Excadrill for my Rotom, and Diancie's Speed and Roaring Moon as his more offensive pieces. I can see the Hippopotas coming for Sandra's Excadrill, but me having my trusty Sneasler might be enough to say, it's not going to be enough to outspeed my Sneasler, so why even bother? I think we both have a hard team to build against the other, to say it like that. I think he can be very annoyingly bulky, which, like I said, is going to be hard to deal with. But I can counter most of his offensive pieces, so yeah. Let's just jump into what I will be bringing this week. First of all, we bring Butler again with his Psychic Surge. We bring a Scarf set this week again. And I think this week will be a lot of familiar faces. I have not a lot of speed investment, because it's never going to outspeed a Diancie's speed, in all honesty. So I'm not really building for that. So I just put in enough speed to outspeed Roaring Moon without a speed boost. I can click Terra Fairy, and Draining Kiss should be enough to kill a Roaring Moon in any case. Expanding Force is for almost everything, honestly. I can click Mystical Fire against things that take the Expanding Force, or the Draining Kiss and the Expanding Force pretty well, which is not a lot, but if I think this is going down and I can lower a special attack where needed, I can click that. And lastly, I have Trick. If I can trick the Choice Scarf onto something, I think that will be pretty nice. I think the Diancie's Speed doesn't like to be tricked. I expect a Life Orb set if he brings it, because it's a great mon to build mixed. So yeah, being able to choice lock it in with the Choice Scarf would be very beneficial to me. I don't think Moldbreaker Excadrill really likes to be tricked. A defensive Rotom doesn't like to be tricked. Tentacruel won't like the trick. Diancie probably doesn't like it. And yeah, so trick would be a great way of disrupting Mana's team. Sneasler can't lose out in this battle because it does have a pretty strong matchup. With close combat, it hits the Roaring Moon Excadrill and the Exploit before Terra for super effective damage. Dire Claw is great into things like Breloom, and Rock Slide is great into his Rotom Heat that normally resists. It doesn't resist anything but it's super effective damage. Great into the Mega Pinsir and Swords Dance to boost my attack. I went with almost full speed with Jolly Nature because I might face off with a Roaring Moon outside of the Psychic Terrain, so I can't pop my Psychic Seeds, or he finds a way to phase out Sneasler. In that case, I want to be able to outspeed his Roaring Moon, which I can with this speed spread, as long as he is not Choice Scarfed. Another familiar face from week 1 is going to be UB4, UBeast 40, the Celesteela, not as a defensive piece this week, but as a setup sweeper. Celesteela only has 2 types that's weak against, Electric and Fire, which is basically Rotom Heat. I put enough special attack in special defense investment to live a hit, click Autotomize, get my weakness policy up, and after that it's smooth sailing from there. If I'm going to be able to outspeed the DO speed, not sure. Depends on how he builds his DO speed if he brings it. But Acrobatics, Earthquake and Rock Slide will do a lot of damage into everything on his team, honestly. There's not a single Pokemon that really solidly switches into this. And with 108 attack points plus Adamant Nature, my attack is the highest stat, so it will get a beast boost every time it gets a kill. So I think a very solid bring this week. The Metal Steelix AK Metal Gear will be here as a offensive Stealth Rock setter that has enough bulk to live hits from his physical attackers. Earthquake, Heavy Slam, Body Press will be enough to deal big damage into his team, especially if he brings his Hippopotas for Sand. My only ability is Sand Force, so I get a 30% attack boost from that. Body Press is great into his Roaring Moon, Excadrill, Exploit before Terrestrialization. Heavy Slam is great into Diancie before it terrestrializes, and it goes decently well into his Mega Pinsir, for example, and Body Press is there for things like Roaring Moon, and everything I do not hit for super effective damage with stab moves. Bramblegast is going to be my defensive spinner. Fully defensive, max defense, max HP. 8 points into attack because those were left over, so it hits a little bit harder, but it's not gonna make much of a difference, honestly. Infiltrator because I don't have much use for Wind Rider against this team, honestly. Poltergeist, Power Whip, Rapid Spin, and Strength Sap. Rapid Spin, of course, for the removal of hazards. Power Whip and Poltergeist as his 2 stab options. Only thing I can't really hit is the Roaring Moon. Everything else I hit for neutral damage, so that's nice. And Strength Step is there in case I expect the Roaring Moon to switch in, and I can lower its attack, honestly. So the switch in for another Pokemon will be easier. And another Pokemon might be Celesteela, might be the Mega Steelix, might be the next Pokemon. AV Rotom Wash. Like I said, a lot of familiar faces this week. Hydro Pump, Volt Switch, Dark Pulse, Nightshade. Dark Pulse is especially there for the Dio speed. With this spread, I believe I can OHKO it with Dark Pulse. Assault Vest to take the special hits pretty well. Like I said, he doesn't have a lot of special attackers. Rotom Heat, Tentacruel, and Deoxys Speed are the three main, most outstanding special attackers. So, yeah. I am able to handle those with Hydro Pump, Volt Switch, and Dark Pulse Nightshade in case something switches in that can take a hit from Rotom, like the Roaring Moon. Again, I can Nightshade it a bit down. Diancie doesn't have a lot of HP normally, so its base HP stat is 50, so I can make use of that by clicking Nightshade. Yeah, basically tank hits, and these are the 6 Pokemon that are going to have to bring me victory in this battle. You might be saying, those are the same 6 Pokemon as last week. And you'll be correct, because, yeah, I didn't see much. I tried to make Chiyu work this week, but it just didn't feel right. I get walled by the Roaring Moon pretty easily, by Diancie, by Tentacruel pretty easily, so I wanted to bring Frostlass with Snowscape and Aurora Veil, but it seemed too much of a hassle. Rhydon and Regigigas are going to be hard to bring, with Indeedee being my main Terra guy. Florges is not really necessary, with a lot of physical attackers on his team and not a lot of special attackers. So, yeah, that's why I bring these 6. Let's see if they can bring me victory in this fight. I'll make contract with ManaBurn, and let's jump into the battle, shall we? So here we are with ManaBurn. Terra Diancie, Mega Pinsir, Roaring Mid, Dio Speed, Breloom, Rotom Wash. Only the Breloom is a bit of a surprise, but honestly, not that I'm worried about that, to be fair. If I start off with my Mega Steelix against Speed, doesn't do all that much. Does it get Earth Power? Earth Power doesn't do enough against me, and Heavy Slam probably kills. I could just start off with Indeedee, see what he wants to go for, because yeah, knockoff will hurt, so does Expanding Force. Basically trying to decide what will be my best Dio Speed start. And it appears to be Grim Shady. Thunderbolt. I mean, +2. No weakness. Acrobatic skills. But do I outspeed at +2? Possibly. Yeah, that's the problem with the Dio Speed. It's so damn fast. I think I mean, getting up rocks is amazing, and let's do that. Breloom. Breloom against Mega Steelix. Adamant, Bullet Seed, 5 hits. Isn't doing enough, neither is Close Combat. I think I just get up my rocks? Question mark. I mean, I could go for the Heavy Slam, And if he's fully offensive, I really threaten a KO here. If we go into a Bramble, those are 5 hits, yes, okay. I think I prefer the Bramble Ghast because I think a Spore is coming out. And Bramble Ghast is the only thing that can block Spore. Gotcha! Nice. Now, let's think. Most likely switch-ins are Roaring Mid and Dio Speed. Or the Rotom Heat, honestly. Poltergeist into Breloom does a lot, and I get to see what his item is, but I don't think he will be staying in, because both the stabs don't do all that much, and Rock Tomb is nothing to really worry about. I think Deoxys Speed will be out of the question because of Poltergeist. And Poltergeist into Shadow Sneak will kill it off. I don't have Shadow Sneak, but he doesn't know that. So the Roaring Moon is the most likeliest contender to switch in, especially a booster energy, because Poltergeist will not activate. We also have the Rotom Heat option. Poltergeist will do a 2 or 3 hit. If he's max HP, Overheat will definitely kill me. A regular Diancie isn't all that great into me because of Power Whip. And leaving us with the Mega Pinsir. Typing is hard. Don't laugh at me. So I think Strength Sap will be my best bet here. And I think Mana is having a hard time as well to decide what's going to be. Bullet Seed, okay. 2 times, okay. He's not loaded dice. Good to know. And 2 hits with 1 being a crit. Oh damn, this is going to be a biatch and a half. 2 hits. He did 13, let's say about 20%. So this is probably max attack adamant, I'd say, if he is jolly. Or okay, so at least he's max attack. We know that, right? So another is just in my favor. Bullet Seed is doing. He has a lot of Bullet Seed. He's definitely switching out now, so I want to Strength Sap, Rotom Heat Karibo, fair. But I do have I feel like a decent switch in. Heat Rotom against my Rotom Wash. He isn't doing all that much because I am a V, and he will probably know that. I do think a Volt Switch is coming, because why would I risk staying in? Which I probably am not going to, but if Rotom... Yeah, Breloom is the most likely suspect to come out, because he doesn't know... he probably knows for sure if I'm a V or not, so... It leaves me open for Roaring Moon, basically, because he knows I cannot burn it with my Assault Vest, so... it's too early to make a risk, I think. I mean, I can stay in, click Poltergeist, and I'll be doing... Let's see, Brambleghast, Poltergeist, about a 3 hit depending on his spread. Defensively, I do a 3 to a 4 hit, or just always a 3 hit basically. Unless he is max bold. Then it's a decent chance at a 3 hit. But he always OHKOs me with overheat, so I do not see him. He has no reason not to click it, right? Yeah, 18%. So Rotom Heat. Let's say defensive set into my Rotom Wash. He did 17.6. Oh, not sure why I clicked that. 17.6. So he is invested. Somewhere he does have at least some investment. He does not have a ground type, so Volt Switch is completely free. Also not doing much, but free. And I have literally no speed investment, so he's probably outspeeding me. So I do have a slow Volt Switch into whatever comes in. If he stays in, though, say I do outspeed. He's at -2. How much is Overheat doing to Mega Steelix if I switch it in? It's a 2-shot for sure. And going down to -4, he has a kill. So I cannot switch into this if he stays in. Sneasler takes surprisingly little though. Huh. Neat. Indeedee. Celesteela. Ooh, Volt Switch into Celesteela would be amazing. Let's do that. Volt Switch is the best option here, honestly, because, okay, Breloom comes out, 29% into Breloom, that's info. Breloom, offensive, not Celesteela, but I am going for Rotom Wash. I do 29, so that looks like fully offensive. So, yeah, Grim Shady. He's gonna stand up and click Poltergeist for me. Yeah, Breloom, good to know I need to keep Grim Shady alive for Breloom, because otherwise, he just has a free Spore into one of my Pokemon, and I have not figured out yet which Pokemon is most interchangeable for me. Mega Steelix has been out, but hasn't done anything yet, because I made a first, so yeah, okay. Heat Karibo, he has heavy duty boots. Not really all that surprising, honestly. 38% though is again Intel. Heat Rotom. Poltergeist from my Bramblegast did 38%, so this is a max defensive, I wanna say. No, not max defensive, but it is very physically defensive. Okay, my computer is freaking out, apparently. Yeah. Guys, what the hell is my computer doing? I might be overheating again. I am getting something for it. Just wait a minute. There we go. You on there. I've got a Cooler Master, it's called. Basically, I plug in a USB cord from a whole plank, or a plank with holes in it, basically with fans underneath. I plug the USB in and it powers up the little fans underneath it. So my computer will not overheat, hopefully. A laptop. I mean, that's damage. I reckon a Volt Switch will be coming out. Yep. 20% from a Rotom Heat. Rotom Wash. Volt Switch did 19.8, so he does have at least some special defense investment or special attack investment, because it did 19.8, so at least around half invested. And Poltergeist did 38, so Bramblegast, Poltergeist 38. So not fully invested. Bolt could be he's modest. So Volt Switch would do let's say 128. Volt Switch still a bit too much. And 19.8. Yeah, there is the Ether. Let's see. Moon. And to Rotom Wash. 63. Crunch. He has a speed boost, so he's jolly at least. Not fully invested. So speed boost there. Speed. So Crunch is definitely not going to kill me. I think I'm just going to click Volt Switch here. Yep, Dragon Dance. So he's the fastest thing, 14% from Volt Switch. That's probably around fully offensive. Indeedy, after one Dragon Dance, he will definitely outspeed me. A Terra Fairy. He has a small chance of KOing me with Arcrow, but Draining Kiss will definitely kill this. Yes. This is the way, though. No, it is not. It's Mega Steelix. Definitely Mega Steelix. And Body Press should be a KO here if he's fully offensive. Unless I'm missing something. He's Booster Speed. Doesn't have an item anymore. Earthquake. Let's see that. Earthquake. Will hurt, but I will hurt him more. I think he has popped his Roaring Moon too fast, or he's not carrying and has other options in the back. But honestly, I don't. It feels. Yeah. It feels weird for him to pop out his Roaring Moon so early, because he will have a hard time breaking through Metal Gear for sure. And Celesteela is also very hard for him to break. So my two Steel types will have a decent chance at least to take these Pokemon on. So knowing this is a defensive Rotom, it's Boots, so it's at least... I think he will have Defog on his Rotom Heat, so getting rocks up might give me another opening to take out the Rotom Heat. Because there's gonna be a point where I have to force him to click the Defog button. And yeah, basically get the... Okay, Earthquake, 51, Body Press, let's go. Like I said, I found it a bit early for that Roaring Moon, and it's definitely paying off for me at this. For what I can see, at least, it pays off for me, because no Roaring Moon, of course. Also, I know in the overall MMC stats, Roaring Moon is 1 kill above Sneasler, so if Sneasler gets a kill, I can, or kills this battle, I get some kills under its belt. Okay, speed. I thought that one would be coming out. Psycho Boost is not doing much. Ice Beam is not doing much. Earth Power, does it? can get Earth Power, I'm not sure. Oh. Oopsie. Mega Steelix. Yeah, okay. An Earth Power will kill me, Super Power won't, Ice Beam won't. Heavy Slam has a chance to kill. Dex Draft. Speed Deoxys. It's probably going for special attack. Focus Blast. Up. Focus Blast. That kills for sure. Nightshade could be a thing. Okay, so am I going to risk him clicking Focus Blast? Because I don't think there's any Earth. I have to check for Earth Power. Come on, guy. Earth. No Earth Power. Okay. So basically, it has to run Focus Blast for it to kill me. Heavy Slam to a fully offensive set has a 69%. Okay, so he has as much chance of killing me as I have of killing him. Because a Focus Blast hit is definitely a KO. Even without special attack investment, I think it is. Yes, for sure. But he has 30% to miss. If he misses, I have a 70% chance to OHKO it. So this is my only hazard option though. If he goes for Focus Blast, indeed is a great switch in. And he does not have a... Oh! That Devouring Moon kill is big for me. I see now, because he does not have an Expanding Force switch in. Wash tanks it as well. Question is, should I risk it into his Mega Pinsir? Close combat, with me being at 49, him being jolly most likely indeed, has a small chance to OHKO with close combat, and Earthquake doesn't have. Okay, so I can use this for my roof against that. 62.2 speed and wash. Wash is at 62.6, 171. 171. Guaranteed 2 hit. No, Psycho Boost lower, so guaranteed 2 hit. Yeah, it's basically the only thing left for it to take. Oh! Okay! He is screens. I did not expect that. That's annoying, but also somewhat less scary, honestly. So, if he gets his Light Scream up, my Dark Pulse is... So Nightshade is probably the best way to go. Psycho Boost, 30%. I do exactly 33, so he is invested. Yep. He has 303 HP EVs. Still better hit than Dark Pulse for sure. But I feel like Volt Switch is my safest thing to click now. With him being at -2 special attack, having both screens. Mega Steelix looks incredibly safe, honestly. So I can get up my... Do I want to? Heat Rotom. Body Press is not a 2-shot. I could just go for Indeedee. Click Expanding Forces. Because Indeedee will do a lot into almost everything, I think. Pinsir Mega. Likely 2 shots. Diancie. A lot less. Yeah, I need to stall out some turns, I think. How much does Bramblegast actually take from speed being at -2? Oh, I want to see Bramble. Not all that much. And I have 3 poltergeists to click. Nice. Teleport? Oh no, I switched. Funny joke. Yeah, poltergeist is free to click. Don't do a lot into the Rotom Heat though. If that's the thing switching in, but doing damage into that is honestly worth it. Because I 1 stall reflect turns, 2 I weaken it. I have Rotom Wash doing a set amount of damage with Nightshade, so that's great into screens. Only thing I have to watch out for is set up from the Mega Pinsir in this occasion. And yeah, the Breloom, it's fully offensive, so, and it's Technician because no Poison Heal. Okay, 36%. He takes. Oof. Nice. Number 2. There is the Pinsir, ready to set up, I guess. Mega Pinsir. Return will kill me. He does have... Yes. Behind Reflect, I do about a... I do decent damage, so... Yeah, let's do that, Poltergeist. Swords Dance. Not sure why he didn't Mega. But honestly, I'm fine with that. Because this will put him in range for Scarf. Indeedee. Yes, it does. What can I say about it doing 55%? That shouldn't do that much. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. What? But yeah. Indeed, he should have a kill on this. So he probably kills me here. Facade, that's fine. Probably hoping I would go for something like Willow, but Bramble. Yeah, okay, so no more screens after 4 turns. With Light Screen up, Indeedee should be able to take it out with 45%. And otherwise, if it doesn't, he kills me with Facade. Will Facade do as much as Return though? Facade. It does not do as much as Return, but he's at +2, which I forgot to add. So anything will kill Indeedee. But I can go into Sneasler afterwards and click Rock Slide or Dire Claw or whatever and kill it. So, and how much will he do into my Mega Steelix? Yeah, that will kill now. So, we go for Indeedee. Question is... I keep asking a lot of questions, by the way. Indeed. Yeah, Mystical Fire is not doing enough at all. Can trick it. 372, so I should always be able to outspeed it. Quick attack won't work. I see no reason why I should not click Expanding Force here and kill it. Nice. So far so good, I guess. The Diancie. I do very little against it. I do have a Mega Steelix though, which might not take 2 body presses. But I think he's probably going to put up rocks, if I'm not mistaken, so let's do that. Calm Mind. No more Reflect though, so my Heavy Slime is always killing unless he's Terra Water. What was it? He's Terra Fairy, Water, and something else. I expect Water, by the way. +1, +1. Diancie. Special. Earth Power. That will probably do the trick, I guess. It certainly does. I think I'm just gonna click Earthquake and call out Metal's Gear Solid Snake as a amazing wall and be happy with what he's done. If he's Terra Water, what's going to be doing the most damage? It's still the Earthquake. If Mana decides to switch out into the Rotom Heat, that's fine by me. Note to self. Yeah, I can see the Clear Mind. So, if I get Indeedee in the 1v1 against this, yep, use Trick. There you go. Because Indeedee 317 should be able to. Let's do it this way. Indeedee 248. Ooh, not sure if it will probably not outspeed the Breloom. So okay. Rotom Wash. Indeedee. Or yeah, okay. Can go into Gesundheit. Because no more. Let's see, Sneasler. Earth Power +1. Need to set up Swords Dance. If they are max special attack, he has a chance. No wait, I have Psychic Seed popping. How many light screen is 1 turn? Okay. I think I can set up a SD. Go to +2. Not yet. Though. Nightshade. Just go for chip. I shoot 208. Yeah, unless he is max speed, or at least heavily speed invested, I should be able to outspeed this. If Breloom comes in, I do not have a safe-ish switch. Let's see. Breloom into my Celesteela. He will outspeed, close call, and probably put me to sleep. So, I see a lot of possibilities for me to sweep from or to kill this game off. Diancie into Sneasler at +2 if he is fully... Diaclaw is a 2-shot always. Terra Water. Another Calm Mind. I mean 32%, and he's lefties by the way. Yes. Bottom wash. I do 32. So yeah, they're basically max HP. Yeah. No more light screen, but they are at +2 and +2. So yeah, Nightshade still. Oh no, that wait, Water Terra has been popped. Yeah, Nightshade. I mean, that's fine by me, honestly. I'd keep chipping this down. Draining Kiss is not enough to kill me, but I want to keep this low. So, are you gonna take Rotom's life here, or... Yes, okay. Draining Kiss is not going to heal much. Oh wait, Where's Diancie? No. Yes. I took out the wrong one. Oopsie. Now I take out the right ones. So, Earth Power Draining Kiss at +3. Draining Kiss. At +3 it is 27.8 into Rotom. 27.8, so somewhat invested. Let's say this. If I go into Celesteela, into Terra Water, not sure what kind of... He will heal enough to make it tedious, but Earthquake should be able to kill this. If it's max defensive, so let's see. I have two ways of sweeping this now. One is with Sneasler, one is with Celesteela. Okay, just calling out Patrick for not watching my videos. Patrick, get the taste, come on. I make awesome content. Not really though, but... Dead inside, laughing it off. If Rotom comes in, he's physical defensive. Rotom Heat. Fizz Death into Celesteela. I go to +2 after a overheat. I'm going to +2 with... okay, I killed it with Earthquake. So that's gone. He's probably going to put me to sleep now. If I had to guess. Okay, with all the chats blabbling. Yeah, I think he's probably going to click Spore. Me being 207 should be enough if he's not big in speed investment in this. 207 is they're pretty close, but he needs a yeah. Okay, there we go. Does he have setup though? Ooh. I'm gonna click Autonomize, close combat. Ooh, big damage. Oh, that's big. Acrobatics is gonna take this out for sure. Or he has. Nope, he does not. I think Celesteela is gonna take the game away. Yeah, Rotom-Heat. +2 still. Let's see, Rock Slide takes the kill. GG's to my good friend ManaBurn. This was a battle and a half, honestly. It wasn't an easy battle for sure, but yeah, I think this was a pretty decent battle for my part. I recognized some of his win conditions and how to block them during the battle. I found some answers into things I needed. In the end, the sleep on Celesteela mainly could have mattered for differential, because if he was able to take out Celesteela, I was going into my Indeedee. He couldn't use any priority moves. Indeedee being scarfed was able to take out Breloom, and knowing it's a physical defensive Rotom-Heat, I was able to take that out as well. So it wasn't mainly for differential at that point, but still, yeah, not taking anything away from Mana. He did had a good battle, I think, and it was a great battle to at least play for me. I hope for you as well to watch. Yeah, let me know down below what you think of the battle. Yeah, we start the season off with 2 wins and a 6-0 and a +6 differential. So, yay team, let's go Eevee's Wonders. Yeah, I hope you had a good one, and I hope for you all to tune in next week, see what I will be doing then. I have no idea who I'm playing because I take it one battle at a time. I'm not looking that much forward. Downside in B at this moment, I'm in 6 draft leagues, so yeah. Again, thank you all for watching. Hope you have a good one, and I see you in the next week. Bye.